This event is about learning how to do interviews and how to help you professionally in life. It will help me to not be as nervous when talking to people. The interviews that I went to all were in the same profession that I want to be, which is a social worker. So it was pretty easy for me to talk with them, but it was still also nerve-wracking just to sit down and be surrounded by a bunch of people.
So Mock It Then Rock It is an opportunity for teens to develop interviewing skills in a pressure-free environment with the help of community members as volunteers. Going to your first interview can be very nerve-wracking, so giving students an opportunity to practice those skills without the pressure of something on the line is a great chance for our students in our local community. And making sure that students have this skill and can succeed will lead to a better community for us, because they're either going to get really good jobs in our community or they're going to leave, develop skills, and want to come back because they had successful opportunities like this. The students have the opportunity to practice their interviewing skills, have their resume reviewed, and learn tips and tricks through short breakout sessions. So this gives students an opportunity to practice those interviewing skills and get familiar with some of the questions that they might get asked, but without a specific field. So it gives students a wide variety of questions that any student could answer. So they're able to practice translating their experiences into skills, because we want to know their skills, not just what they did and how they did it. And then they have their resumes reviewed, so that gives them an opportunity to sit down with someone one-on-one and look over their resume, see if it has all the components, see what meets expectations, what exceeds, what needs more development. And then they also get to do the breakout sessions to learn those tips and tricks to be able to be more professional, or understand how breakfast is really important to jump starting your day, or understanding how to build credit as a teen. So there's a lot of different things that we cover.
I'm doing a breakout session about how community service can help fill out your resume, and kind of just how good deeds can help you out in the future. So I love to give back. I love to help out with our local community and the youth in the area through all the different schools, and I think it's a great event here to kind of introduce people to the workforce and get them involved. So I think this benefits the students by giving them real-world access to business leaders and just different people that are involved, and so that way it gives them some of that feedback that they may be learning about directly, but just kind of gives them that more real-world kind of knowledge coming back to them. It's been great so far. Everyone's been engaged, and so had a lot of good questions and follow-up and going back and forth with the students, so it's been really good so far. In the breakout sessions, they're small enough to talk to each student and kind of get their feedback about what they're looking to go into for their career, or maybe they don't have one or something picked out yet. So just talking with each one is definitely different.
So students don't know who they're going to sit down with, and the interviewers don't know what students are going to come to them. So we have sample questions that are very broad so that any student could answer them. But if they sit down and they demonstrate an interest in law enforcement and they're sitting down with a state police officer, then that opens up conversation and we can really dive into more experiential questions. I believe quite a few years ago, schools started having to incorporate career and workforce development into their curriculum. And we noticed at MSU Extension that was not something that we had a lot of opportunities for within our community. So this partners with several organizations to plan the event, like the Cadillac Area YMCA, the Michigan STEM Network, RexAir even has HR representatives on our planning committee, and then we have tons of teachers and school staff as well. So that allows us to collaborate together to make sure that the event is beneficial to students and the community. We are pretty much at capacity right now because we're not getting enough volunteers. So we have over 300 students here this year. Last year we had over 200. So as we get more volunteers, we're able to do more and potentially even expand into a job fair. So this is a really great opportunity for students to practice and get some of the nerves out, but also the community coming together to show our teens that we support them and that we are here for them and that they are important to us, because sometimes it's hard to remember that when you're a teen. Anybody that's on the fence or their teacher's telling them that they have to come, it's going to help you. It's kind of like getting your shots at the doctor. It might hurt a little bit because you have to put the work in, but it will help you at the end of the day. So we come together so that you can mock it with us and then rock it when it's for real.